Okay, so we are live, and I have to apologize to you all that it's just one of those things. The internet is down here, so if it comes back up, then I'll get on the computer. But right now, I'm on my phone, and I can't bring my chat up. I cannot bring my chat up. Hey, my Renaissance grandma, glad to see you. I wanted to bring my guest up for the night. Hey, I'm biased. I wanted to bring my guest up for the night, but I'm on my phone. Country Hustle, how you doing? And my internet is down, so I can't use my computer. And I didn't want to just disappoint everybody, so I decided to come up on my phone. Hey, GT, how you doing? And I really miss my chat, my panel rather. I really miss them, and I don't know how in the world to do it on the phone. So I don't. Hear me? I'm biased. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, we. Okay, I think I'm back. I think I'm just trying to get this thing set up. This and okay, can you all hear me good?
Hey.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I hear you. Hey, Mama Shirley.
Okay,
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you good now. I guess I'm learning something new because I'm on my phone and I'm trying to do this live on my phone because the power is out here.
Oh, okay. Y'all had the
So
storm?
yeah, man, I'm talking about a storm. I was sitting here at the table and that lightning cracked and popped so loud a while ago I had to jump.
Oh Lord. What the old people used to say, if you scared, go to church.
That's right. You be still or something. Be still and know. The old folks used to tell you, get over there in that corner and hush and be
Well, I'm
quiet.
on my phone too. I'm not at
So,
home. I'm at my granddaughter's house, so I'm over here
okay,
now.
let me
I can
see.
hardly hear you, Bammitt.
Turn your volume up, Miss
Can you
Shirley,
hear me
from
now?
StreamYard. It's probably her phone setting.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
okay.
is.
Yeah. You
Cause,
gotta go to StreamYard and turn it up.
It's turned
hey,
all the way
Serena.
up.
Hello, everybody in the chat. Welcome in.
Let me see if I put my
Well,
earpods in. Can I hear better?
those people in the chat, you have to forgive us because I got a pretty bad storm here today, and don't think I'm complaining because I needed that rain. I definitely needed the rain. But as high as it is nowadays, whenever you get a rain, you get water, then you got an electrical storm to go along with it. And that's the dangerous part.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, JP. But I'm glad you guys came up. Unbiased is blinking. I'm blinking. But if I lose you guys, then just know that it's because of the storm. And it's not because I want to cut off on anybody. Hey, Happy Matt. Yeah, we got power. We got power, but right for the time being, we got power. The internet is out. Of course, we got a little backup if the power go out, so we're not too much worried about that. But it's just the fact that I don't like these lightning storms, you know, and especially when you hear something hitting. Fran says, well, Fran says back up, but it must be just on her end, but it's not come up here yet. I wish I can get the computer to work.
Turn your
You
computer
still
off.
can't hear me?
Turn your computer off and let it about 5 seconds or so, and then turn it back on. Let it shut all the way down.
Gee, Mama, go.
I can hear him now.
I don't know if he can hear me though.
Oh,
I hear both of you guys.
Okay, turn your
I hear
computer
you,
off.
Miss Shirley. You
Shut your computer all the way down and then start it back up. Hey, G Mama.
he's on his phone, so I can't see the chat. If I see the chat, I won't be able to see the rest of them because I'm on my phone. I'm not on my laptop. I'm not even at home. I'm at my granddaughter's house, so I'm
If you
sitting in her
change the
family room right now.
orientation of your phone, Miss Shirley, you should be able to see yourself and the chat at the same time.
I don't know how to do that without kicking y'all out.
No, just turn it. Turn your phone landscape.
well,
Now,
I can see and hear both.
You got an iPhone, Miss Shirley?
I know what you're talking about because I've done it, but I don't know
you
how to do it
but
now.
you gotta like flick it so it can change.
Oh, I think mine's locked.
Oh, you got it
Yeah.
locked. Okay, you got it locked.
I know what you're talking about.
Yes, ma'am.
I can see and hear both of you guys real good.
Okay, I think, can you
And,
look at J3 is in the bottom?
Say that again.
J3.
I was talking about the Bammitt.
Oh,
Okay, wait a minute. Let me see if I can bring him up.
JT talking about some Android for life. No, sir.
Hello, y'all. How you doing?
Okay, how about the JG?
Hey, Papa.
All good, all good.
what's up, J3? Don't come in
Boy,
here eating. Every time you come in here, you smacking on something.
As long as it ain't a mango.
Look at you. You got to laugh yourself. See?
Well,
boy,
the only
I'll
thing
tell
that
you
got
the
me in
truth,
the
people.
house was the rain.
Yeah, we had
You
rain.
guys
It's been
got
raining
storm?
every day.
Not storming, just started raining.
Oh, well, it's storming here. Hey, Cheryl, Miss Norris, how you doing?
Papa, you heard what
But
I said?
I learned,
Which one?
I said you. I said you can eat anything on live except a mango.
I was trying to ignore you.
Oh, you heard me. Okay.
No, he can eat.
but,
No, no,
learned,
but he can have a mango.
No, ma'am. This is
He can
a
eat a mango.
family-friendly channel.
Both
Look
you
at him shaking
ladies
his
are
head.
not right. Both you ladies
hey,
are not
Jamil,
right.
but I've learned something new tonight. I learned how to bring the panel up on my phone.
All right
I
now.
really did.
Oh, okay.
Look at you.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you, boss, you guys are teaching me something every day. And I'm not the type of one to tell you, well, I already know that because I didn't know that. You know,
Let me show y'all what I
that
made
just
today
goes to
on
show
my
you.
live.
I know what you made today on your live.
I saw you, and I did I speak? I probably didn't speak.
No, you didn't. No,
I'm
you
sorry,
didn't.
sir. I apologize. I made a
Yeah,
budget.
you were busy. You were busy. You
Oh,
had
that's
a bunch of
cute.
people in there.
I like that unbiased.
Thank you,
And
Queen.
you throw the little leopard in there. Oh, it's reversible. Oh,
Yes, ma'am.
stop the madness.
I know why she did that leopard.
Now
I
that's real cute.
gave this hat away. I did a giveaway, so somebody won it.
I would have gave it away too.
Wow.
You messy.
Yeah, I jumped in there and you had a panel full of crafters there.
Yeah, it was awesome. Totally awesome.
Yeah,
Girl got some
that is so good.
skills. Got some skills.
Thank
Plenty
you,
of
Miss
skill.
Thank you,
Plenty of
Miss
skills.
J. Bia.
Hey, Cassandra.
Hey,
I was
Cassandra.
Look at Sandra.
I was watching Led.
Oh, Miss G,
my
Mama, that's
sister
fine.
my sister was over there, and I was watching Led for a while. And then I jumped over there and watched Unbiased, and I had the other phone, and I
Yeah,
watched
I saw
Unbiased, and I
y'all.
had the other phone, and I watched Led. So I was trying to watch everybody at the same time.
It's hard
I
sometimes.
learned that. Yeah, I learned that watching on 2-3 devices from Unbiased. See, she got about 3 computers that she be and she
I was
be
wa-
watching all the time. So,
I was watching Leg too at 3
huh?
something this morning. I was watching him at 3 something this morning too.
Oh, good Lord! I'm not talking about this morning. I'm talking about a little while ago. At 3 something this morning, hopefully, I was chilling, getting some seeds,
You was calling the sheep herd.
and it's kind of hard. Yeah, I was calling a few sheep, but I tell you what, it's kind of hard for me to actually get a good night's rest because I don't know. It just seems like ever since I got out of the military, I'm just maybe a couple hours sleep and 2 hours sleep, 3 hours sleep, and then I'm up. At least little sound I hear, that's different. I'm moving. They said that when your eyes get bad, your hearing get better. I don't know if that's true or not, but my eyes are definitely getting worse. That's
GT,
why
how
I
you
got
gonna
these.
not go fishing and go to work? No, sir. Go to fishing. Go fishing. And I want to show
Well, I'm
y'all.
like you, Bammitt,
I want to
though.
show
I'm
y'all
used to.
another. I'm sorry, Miss Shirley. What you say, Queen?
I was just saying, I was like, Bammitt, I only need a couple hours of sleep. When I retired, I was working nights. I love working nights. And I'm still having a hard time sleeping all night. I'll be waking up at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. And I'll sit and I start
Yeah,
watching people's videos and putting comments in. Because normally, if I'm watching them during the day, I'm watching them on the TV. You can hit the thumbs up, but you can't leave a comment.
Comment.
So you
Yeah.
got to either go on
right.
your phone or your computer, to leave a comment. So I said, that's the best time because not everybody and their mama is online. You have more time and freer and less interruption. And I can go through them real quick because I've already seen the videos. I just wanted to go in and drop a
You
line and
got
let
to
them
say.
know how much either I enjoyed or I learned something new. So, yeah.
So, Miss Shirley,
Yeah,
they changing that pretty soon, where you will be able to comment from your TV.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so what they
yeah,
gonna, this is what I heard. They sent like a little
yeah.
thing in the studio for certain creators or whatever. And it's going to be like, okay, like you watching the TV, and then it's gonna have like, so whatever the person says, the person that you're watching, AI is picking up on that conversation, and then we'll give you about 3 to 4 comment replies, and all you have to do from your remote control is
It's click,
highlight it and
click.
press OK or
And
whatever,
press
and
it.
send it through. Yeah. So I
Well,
Yeah,
wanted to
sometimes
show
I
y'all
yeah.
like
That,
I
something.
like to put it in my own words. I
I
mean,
understand, but I'm
AI is
saying,
just
right, but I'm saying
yeah,
it's
but I understand
a
what you're
quick
saying.
little
Yeah.
response, just I guess just to even let people know that you watching or you there or whatever.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you can. Um, Mr. Bennett, I can
Jim,
share something else.
yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I just want to say this was a struggle, but I completed it, and I'm going to make more. And y'all may want this, but y'all can't have this one. Okay, this is a duffel bag that I made.
Oh, I watch you make that. Yeah, that's nice.
Now that is
That's real
nice there.
nice.
And it's humongous, y'all, like for real. And then you have
It,
the,
Machine washable.
yes, ma'am, because it's all cloth, and it's lined on the inside. So there are no pockets on
Wow.
the
See.
inside, but it's only pockets on the side panels. But when I
Oh
make it
wow.
again, I'm gonna put pockets on the side. I mean, on in the front, on the side, and inside.
So will my clothes still
must
get wet?
Sir,
make a disclaimer.
I like it because
I
it's
must make a
lightweight.
I'm
I
sorry.
must make a disclaimer. I must make a disclaimer because I am not associated with Unbiased LLC, but I will take a little something, something.
Yes, sir. Now, what you say, J3? I'm sorry.
I said, will my clothes get wet?
Yes.
I don't want you. I don't want it. I don't want it.
Okay. It's okay. Put your put your clothes in a trash bag and then put them in the bag. How about that?
I've done it many times. That's one of the military styles.
See,
Well,
unbiased, I
it's
like it
sort
because
of,
it's lightweight, made of cloth. You know, those other bags that used to be popular was those leather bags, and them bad boys is heavy before you
Heavy.
put stuff inside of them. But that's a whole lot
yeah.
lighter, so you can get a lot more, and it's a lot easier for you to maneuver and hang around. So yeah, I like that, and I like that you got regular handles and a shoulder strap. So that's nice too.
Thank y'all. Thank everybody.
Miss Cheryl,
It's pretty
hey,
too.
natural yard. Miss Cheryl said, yeah, you could use it for a grocery bag also.
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
use it for whatever you want to use it for.
You can
Yeah.
use it for whatever.
Yeah.
That
Yeah, I would use
that
that
was
as an
real
Whatever.
nice
overnight
of
bag, like going to my granddaughter's house, throwing something in right quick and grabbing it and go.
Yes. And you can wash it. It's machine washable. So
That's them
Yeah.
grocery stores where you got to pay for the bags.
Yeah. Yeah. That part. But like G Mama Go said is said she don't see that good either, but she can hear a rat pee on cotton.
me
I'm
too.
about the same way.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm about the same way because you know
I
the
guess
thing about it that
I guess I'm still young, man.
Ah,
I ain't never
uh,
heard no I ain't never heard no rat pee on cotton.
Yes, you have.
yeah you heard him, but you just didn't want to acknowledge it.
I heard that
But
two-legged rat pee on cotton.
I'm glad
Stop,
you
Jay.
want to pause him. You want me to pause him? Which one?
Tell him keep it up. He gonna get blocked.
Yeah, but you know the thing of it is that I was listening, like I said, to Led Farm a little bit earlier, and there was some good points that he made because now things are getting a little bit shifty, people, a little bit shifty, and we've got to be aware of our surroundings. We got to be aware of what is really happening.
Yes.
And like I said, I don't try to put any fear into anybody, but it's only natural that you be aware of what's going on. And people, if you can help it, don't get in any debt whatsoever if you can help it.
Right.
And if you got a piece of land, people, hold on to it. Please. I'm begging you.
if you can, because right now they pushing people out.
Yeah, yes. But if you own a piece of property, like Boss said, if you can, please hold on to it.
Wait a minute, y'all. My great
Because,
grandbaby just ran in here. Say hi.
hey,
Hey, man, a kiss.
That's
Mwah.
see,
Yeah.
that's what that's what make grandparents really proud. Hey, sugar.
This is my first great grandbaby. She'll be 2 next month. She just got through taking a bath. Tell them night night. Tell them good night. All right.
No, I ain't got none of them
Yeah,
great.
that
they are
that's
precious.
my sweetie there.
They are precious. And not only that is that's why I'm saying you got to be cautious and be vigilant, not only for yourself but for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's why another reason why we need to stay healthy. To be truthful, I never thought that I would live to see a fifth generation.
Hmm.
Because it's so many people out here who don't have families. They might be the only
Yes.
ones left. I got one aunt left, my mom's baby sister, and then it starts my generation. So
Hmm.
to see the chance that my granddaughter grew up, got married, and had her first baby, and I got a great grandbaby, it just does my heart joy. And when she brought over to the house a couple of weeks ago, I had her eat some strawberries straight out of the strawberry patch in the backyard. And she was just like so happy to have fresh strawberries out of great grandma's backyard, and that's what I want future generations to see, that they can eat clean. They don't have to
Yes.
have all this processed food. They can have all the fresh vegetables and fruits and stuff from whatever, whether it's your auntie or uncle or cousins or whatever, whoever's growing it, that these kids can enjoy what real food tastes like, and not all these preservatives and additives and uh, they call it
Processed
processed
food.
foods. So this is what
Yes.
we want to turn them on to.
Okay.
Yes.
Let
You're
Can
right.
I weigh in on that real quick, Miss Shirley? So y'all know I have grandchildren. I'm not in the great stage yet, but
Oh,
um,
I thought you was over there. I thought you was
don't
in.
start. Don't start. Um, so I've noticed, like with my grandchildren, even though, like, cause they live with me now, right? And before they moved
Yeah,
back, their
Hey,
mom
Lynette,
would
Lawrence.
would eat. They would eat whatever, okay, noodles
right.
and all this junk and this, that, and the third. And so I rather to cook for them to, have something more healthy, even though it may not be, but I feel like in my mind that it is. Do you know that a lot of these kids, even my grandkids, sometimes don't want the cooked food? They rather go
Right.
to
Right.
McDonald's and get food.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
They've been conditioned.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's so true.
It's
That is
weird, and
so
I'm just like, no.
that is so true. And I had now my grandson, his thing was when he was younger was chicken nuggets, chicken nuggets, chicken
Yeah.
nuggets. Because this is what he had been given.
Mm.
And this was, he made up in his mind, this was all that he liked was chicken nuggets. Because just like you said, sis, he was conditioned that way. But
Yeah.
now the guy is eating healthy, eating good, and eating a little bit of everything. And you should see it. You should
But
really
Now,
see
see,
it.
my grandkids, I brought them up like when they spent the weekend with me, I
Hey,
was like, you
Yes,
got
Cynthia.
a
we are.
choice, fast food or the supermarket. My kids would actually say supermarket because we could go and pick out whatever we wanted and bring it back and cook it together in the kitchen. And then you had as much as you wanted to eat. It wasn't like a fast food where you eat that's gone, there's nothing else until the next time you get hungry. You can always go back for seconds, and then if anything's left over, we can heat it up and have it again the following day. They rather go to the supermarket and pick out food through a
Yes,
drive-through, which made my
yes.
heart glad because that was more money. I mean, what you spend sometimes on one meal going through a drive-through is almost a half a week's worth of groceries
Yes.
nowadays.
Let me comment on something Natural Yard said. He was talking about the TikTok generation. That
Hey,
is a
Angela.
time. That is a time that we got to step in and encourage and change them. Now
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you can't make anybody do anything. You know what I'm saying? You can't make them
yeah.
do nothing, but you can encourage them.
Come stay in my house for a week. Come stay in my house for a week.
I don't know if I can put up with you for a whole week. Yeah.
So
Hey.
I wanted to piggyback off of the chicken nugget thing you was talking about, Mr. Bammitt.
Mhm.
This is not to agree with what the parents have been doing, right?
Yes.
But in
Uh-huh.
this society that we live in now, where a mother who probably doesn't have the father in the home have to
Right.
work two jobs, that's all they can get is chicken nuggets because they don't have time to cook. I'm
I'm hearing you.
Unbiased,
I'm hearing you,
unbiased.
but I'm hearing you, but I really don't agree with that.
Right.
You know,
Unbiased.
I hear what
Um,
you're saying. I hear what you're saying. But the thing of it is that this is what he was asked, as Miss Shirley said a while ago, what do you want to eat? And this was what he threw up. So this is what kept giving in repetition. Then you get used to that. You get accustomed to it. You see what I'm saying? But I, in a way, I got to agree partially with you about single mother. I understand that because my mom was a single mother. But I tell you one thing about it, I ate healthy,
that's
and
right.
she
Yeah.
didn't she didn't believe in that hamburger and hot dog. Well, she couldn't afford it
Yeah.
really, but she didn't believe in all that stuff. She did not believe in
That's
it.
the
But
difference. That's what I'm saying. You really couldn't afford it. I mean, you can't afford it now, but
hey, old dog,
it's
Mom.
convenient because they don't have to cook, they don't have to wash the dishes, they don't have to.
right?
It's a whole list of things that goes with that. You got to get paper plates. I don't like paper plates. I don't.
I don't eat
I
out
have
of
to
paper
put my
plates.
food on a real plate, and I have to drink out of a real glass. I have to
Glass. Yeah.
eat off of real silverware. I don't want plastic, and unless I'm out somewhere and that's all they have, then I do that. But
Mhm.
I don't like, and I tell my daughter all the time. I said, plastic utensils, um, cups, and all that stuff that you buy at the store, that's for rich people.
Thank the Lord.
And she
Hmm.
like, no, it's not. I say, yes, it is, because you have to continuously purchase them. When you buy a real plate, a real spoon, a real fork, you just wash it and reuse it. You bought it one time,
Right.
you use it for 10
Lordy
years.
have mercy. I just realized I was rich. Hmm.
You are rich people. Rich, in my opinion, rich people buy stuff that they throw away and put it in trash can, one time use.
Well,
Think about it.
I bought this one time use because I know the wife be tired and I be tired and nobody want to wash them dishes, so use a paper plate.
But I'm not saying not to use them at all. I'm saying everyday use of plastic and paper, all that's for rich people.
Hmm. Okay, I understand your theory.
But
But I'm like you,
we
bias. I
are
have to have real dishes, real glasses, and real silverware. I don't care if I eat 90 times a day and I have 90 dishes in the sink. I'm gonna have them because for some reason it just don't taste right. Eating
No,
it off of
no,
paper or plastic,
no.
it changes the flavor and the taste of whatever you're eating or drinking
Hmm.
when you don't use. Because I have like fancy dishes, hand painted, porcelain dishes. If I'm gonna eat, I'm gonna eat fancy. I figure if I'm at home, I don't care if I got a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It's gonna look cute on the plate. I'm
Uh,
just funny that way.
Right.
this steak tastes mighty good on this paper
And
plate.
and
This steak
Happy
tastes
Mac
good.
said she washes the plastic spoons from Wendy's. You're reusing it. Plus, you got that from Wendy's for free. Because when I first had my very first apartment, I used to go to Wendy's and get they forks, spoons, knives, the ketchup in the package, the mustard, the napkins,
The
everything
relish,
poured out on
mayo,
the thing,
all of it.
So
Mhm.
all of it,
you used to
and
be
put it,
rich, now you
Condiment.
poor, huh?
yeah, and put it in my bag that I probably bought some 99-cent fries, okay, and brought it back to my apartment and used it because at that moment that's all I could do. So that's what I did. It's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying it only take you 2 seconds to wash the plate. But if you have to continuous, that's just like paper towels. You use them one time, you have to throw them away. The paper plate, same thing. So if you out here telling people I don't have money for this and I don't have money for that, yes, you do. Yes, you do. Because when you're spending $6 and $7 on paper plates, plastic forks, this, that, and the third, you could have used that to buy you some seeds and just wash
Well,
the dish.
I can't argue with you there on that because you got a legitimate point. You got a good point. But Fran is like Miss Shirley. If you gonna come to the house and eat, and she gonna serve you, then she's coming out with all these pretty plates and hot dog plates and forks and spoons and all this stuff. You gonna eat like you like Miss Shirley said, like you in the movies or something, because that's the way she do it. But I can understand a little bit about what you're saying, Unbiased, about buying over and over and over with the paper plates and stuff. But my Renaissance grandma said it's paper plates every day now.
I
So
seen it.
and so it's just like she's rich then. But
I put it
I
this way: when we have family come, we do use plates and stuff. But when it's just us around here, paper plates is it.
Right. And I'm not saying nothing is wrong with that, y'all. I'm really not. I just want you to think about when people say, I can't do this and I can't afford this and I can't. If you take away some of the things that you have to constantly buy that you really probably don't need, when you could go get 4 forks for $1 and just rewash them or whatever, right? And then like they said, go to Lord, I hope Wendy's is not listening. They're gonna take all their knives and their forks off the thing. But I liked it Wendy's because it was individually wrapped. So
yes,
you could always take them with you wherever you go. If you're traveling, you can go pick up some and bring them with you. So if you go to a hotel, you don't have to worry about. So there are times when you need paper goods. But if you're home, I just feel like you should just wash the little few dishes that you accumulate, and that's it.
How much I gotta pay to
But you know
hire
what? What it is though, each
what?
generation has their own way of cooking and surviving
Mm-hmm.
because we didn't have microwaves up until what, 20
yeah,
years ago? You had to warm your
right.
stuff up on the stove or in the stove. Okay. I didn't care what it was. If you wanted it hot, that's how you had to do it. But then when they started coming out with microwaves and you didn't have to even heat your kitchen up, and you could just grab some out the freezer, throw it in there to even defrost it
Right,
or to cook it and reheat it, it became a convenience.
right,
And
Yeah,
that's when
that's right.
cooking started changing in regards to you standing in over the stove over a hot pot cooking something versus grabbing something out the freezer and throwing it
Basically,
in the microwave, and in 60 seconds or less
right,
you got a hot meal.
And that's
So
when you hit.
convenience came in and took over, and then the processed food speeded up because it became easy and more convenient. And then people's eating habits started to change.
yes,
Then they were saying, world is frozen versus fresh, or freeze dried versus fresh. Things started changing over the years and the generations, and then you seen the change in the people's bodies in regards to all this processed food and the
And
hormones and the meats and stuff, and little girls maturing a lot sooner, little boys maturing, voices getting deeper. You seen, if you really sit back and think about over the years how things have changed, you'll be like, dag, I didn't even think about that, but it happened and it's still changing. Now we're
right.
doing AI. I like in person. I like listening to other folks. I don't want an AI because sometimes you don't know if it's real or not. AIs kind of scare me. They do. I ain't gonna lie.
You best be
They freak
scared,
me
really.
out.
But Miss
Yeah,
Shirley,
you
I'm just
best.
going I'm a just I don't know, but when we were growing up, well, before me, there were
Yeah.
no paper plates. We had
Uh,
dishes,
there
and
was
Yeah.
paper plates.
we couldn't afford that. We didn't buy paper plates. The family used real dishes back then, right? Everybody had dish duty or whatever. But I was just going to say, as far as AI, you let AI work for you and not be scared of AI. Because I'm going to break this down to you too. This is just me,
Yeah,
my thing. This is the way that I think.
You're right, pretty girl.
AI been around even before they announced it. Let me tell you why.
Oh yeah.
Because when you would go to the driver's license place and then you would go to the bank or you would go to another department store or something, all you had to tell those people was either your phone number, your first and last name, and then they knew everything else about you.
Mhm.
They knew where you lived, what's your maiden name, what's your this name, who your relatives are, and like you name it, they already knew these things. So,
Automatic teller machine.
huh?
Automatic teller machines.
Yeah. So AI has been around. It's just now that they're allowing us to use it when they've been using it on us all this time.
it's a data
Oh yeah,
bank.
I
Yeah,
know that. They just
yeah,
what they did was perfect it. It's just like everything else. They got the bugs out of it, the kinks, so to speak, and they got it to a certain degree. So it's so realistic at times you can't tell the difference. That's the part that scares me. I know
yeah,
AI been around for a long time. It's
yeah.
just that,
That.
like they said, they just kept working at it and working at it till they perfected it to a certain level. But
Yeah,
that still don't mean I need to trust it though.
No,
yeah.
I'm not saying that.
It is scary. And then the thing about it is, all your information is stored in a data bank. And
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
now they are just turning it loose and putting it out there.
Yeah.
That's the
One.
part that's the part that scares me
Right.
because there was a time that only you knew and your Social
No
Security
stuff. Yeah,
department knew
yeah.
stuff about you. Now they putting it in AI where everybody can know about you in a couple of seconds.
Right. You go buy something, they put Social Security in, check your credit and everything, and
Then
find
they
out
want
all
to,
about
yeah, and then they want
Well,
to
it's
give you
just
these
like
little.
caller ID. When you call somebody, it's like, well, you want to give us your name? I'll be like, you already know who I am. And then they
you.
give you your name and stuff. I was like, everybody got caller ID. Please don't do that.
Yeah, pretty girl, you're right. There's too many data breaches. That
Yes,
is
it
so
is.
true.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then
My
it's
Renaissance
not.
grandma say I sacrifice not paying for cable services
Yeah.
for my family wear.
I was gonna put that one in, but
Well,
we had a flow going on.
but it's a thing that we need to understand before we really need to start trusting it. You know, you need to understand a lot of stuff before you just up and say, well, okay, this is good. That's good. It don't happen like that, people. Not with
Right.
me, it don't. Not with me. If I feel like I can trust this system or this situation, then I'm all in. But if I don't feel it, then I'm not dealing with it. Now that's just me. That's just me.
Now, so what happens, Papa Bammitt, if everything, which
Hey,
this
Ernie.
is what they're leaning to, is digitally? What are you going to do? What you gonna do?
Well, if everything, see, let me try to put it like this as a OG, as an OG. Okay, I don't believe in paying my bills online. Now, I'm just saying this is me now. I prefer to either pay it in person or to write a check where I'm going to get a copy of that check back, where I can see. But I mean, like I said, it's just me. I'm not talking about everybody else. I know online is a convenience and it's easy for these people, that people. I understand that. Hey, Robin the Garden, I was
Hello,
just talking
everybody.
about you. Just talking about you today. I did a shout on you today, Rob, and I'll be posting it sometime tomorrow. But anyway, like I was saying, it's just the way I feel. I just don't do online payments.
Well, I understand what you're saying because only certain things I pay on. I go directly to my bank and I have them pay it for me.
Hmm.
And then the only other card I use basically is my Cash App card for the simple reason I got the choice of turning it on or turning it off. I don't have to call nobody for that. And that's the good thing I
Hmm.
like about the Cash App card. And like if I'm paying something, I owe somebody some money, I can make sure just a certain amount of money's on that card. Now
Hmm.
my regular credit card, I very seldom use unless it's emergency. Then I use my real credit card. Other than that, I don't use it.
Yeah,
So
well, the G Mama was sort of agreeing with me. I mean,
yeah, I
it's
don't like
nothing.
auto pay.
It's nothing that I'm trying to discourage anybody from. I'm not trying to do that because I'm the type of person. As long as y'all been knowing me, is you do you and I do me. You know that.
Right.
I'm not trying to discourage anybody from doing online, but I'm just saying I don't like it and I don't care for it. And this is part of what AI is going to generate. Is
Right.
whereas they can just come in there and take whatever they want to take and when they want to take it.
Well, let me back up. I don't have auto pay. I just pay it through my account. It's me. I'm the one that has to go in and make that payment and it go through. I don't have no auto pay on none of my stuff because that is messy.
Hmm.
But you know what though? The way they got all these hackers out here today, people who sit down in their mama's basement all day, that's all they do is going in hacking in people's accounts. If they want your stuff, they gonna find a way to do it. Just like if a thief wanna gets in your house, he gonna find a way eventually. I don't care how
But
many
he won't get
cameras
out.
and dogs and pew pews and all this other stuff. These folks out here, they're getting more desperate. And once they start keep cutting all these jobs and laying people off, it's
It's
going to
gonna get
get worse
worse.
before
Yes.
it gets better.
If I'm
So, I
Yeah.
home,
mean, to
I
a certain
guarantee he
degree,
won't get out.
we are only safe.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. That's why I always say is be vigilant and always be careful and check your surroundings. You always hear me say this because the thing about it is like you said, sis, is everything is disappearing. Hey Mona, everything is disappearing. They taking
Come
everything
on.
from everybody. And they're
Yeah.
making it harder for you to even live, to even survive. This is one of the reasons that I was glad to hear Boss talking about her garden that she had her daughter watering while she was out of state. It's because we are going to have to supplement our groceries. We're going to have to supplement our incomes. We're going to have to do something because let me tell you something. It's getting so now you can't even earn a living.
Hmm.
I mean, a legal living. Let's put it like that. If you want to go, if you want to go out and find a job where you can support your family, it's hard, people. It's
That's
difficult.
Yeah.
Hey, Mona.
But there are some jobs out there now, and then a lot of times people don't want to work.
right. That's true too.
Yeah.
But there are really some jobs out there. It might not be what you want, or they might not pay what you want, but there is an income if you want to go out there and get it.
Like I tell my kids, let your first job be a stepping stone.
Yeah.
So you might not get what you want, but let that job be a
Start
stepping
somewhere.
stone to do better.
Yeah.
hmm Yeah, but
At
like
least want a
Santa,
job and go out there and find a job. You got some lazy folks out here. They figure if they
yes,
can lay up on you all day and get it for free, they will. I'm like,
yes,
not in this house. I told the
yes.
cat, I told Annie, you're gonna have to earn your keep. You're gonna have to start catching mice and everything else up in here before you get a new toy.
Everything born after 1970.
Yeah. But what we had planned tonight is really we hadn't even touched the subject because Unbiased came up with some great stuff, and that was just like a subject in itself. Because this is what I'm talking about. This is why I like the chats, because there's a stuff on a lot of people's mind, and then if you can sometimes just talk about it, you can gain some knowledge, or you might even give you an idea as to what you might want to do or what you need to do.
Well, I like it that
Young
we
people
have
like
so
me.
many different point of views, and you can either
Hey,
relate
LP.
or they can explain to you how they were raised or how they got through hard times or anything, because we got different generations that are in the chat. We have different generations right here.
Right,
So
right.
everything is different, like everybody talk about this. They like the music of the 80s and the 90s, or they kids, or they say I was in the I'm a 90s baby or whatever. So that it's fun because there's a lot of things they haven't heard of that we were privy to, and they just don't know what they have missed. Like
Mhm.
like Bammitt, you was talking about things that we used to do as kids or fond memories. And like I was telling you about me rocking in my granddaddy's swing on the front porch, spitting, watermelon
Right.
seeds. These kids don't do anything like that. They just now starting to get back into double dutch and hide and go seek and other stuff. These kids were staying on these video games, or you couldn't even get them out the house. Now it's starting to get a little bit better in regards to these kids finding out their sunlight other than going from school and back if they haven't been homeschooled. So it's just generational changes, parental changes and how they're raising their kids now per se 20 or 30 years ago. So it's just nice to see all these different opinions and advice that you can give some of the younger generations in our chat, and nobody's offended. They're saying thank you for that, or I did not know
Mhm.
that, or I need to look that up and check it out. They're not being uh how do you say bougie about it, because these kids
Mhm.
nowadays, some of them don't listen. They don't know where groceries come from or where the food come from. They think it all comes from the supermarket. I mean, it's so many disillusional children out here. It's scary at times. But as older, mature adults, we've learned to take a little more patience with them and show them that life can be better than what it is right now, if you're willing to listen and learn.
When they said he remember when TV came out, I remember that myself early because we didn't have one. And it was a long time before we could get one because my family couldn't afford them. My mom could not afford it.
I did have a Commodore, was it Commodore 64? But it was a computer. It really wasn't a gaming thing. It was a computer. but it was used as a game.
Hmm. But it's a lot of this. Them staying in the house, um, on their computers or a laptop or whatever, is due to that a lot of the parents now are working from home. And
They're
they
what,
got the
Mr.
kids,
Bammitt?
a lot of the parents are working from home
Oh
on the
yeah,
computer, on the computer. And
yeah,
the kids are seeing this, and they if they don't have somebody to come in and sit with the kid, and the child is not old enough to go to school, then that child is stuck right there, and that parent is trying to work and watch that child at the same time. So a lot of them are, as we said a while ago, conditioned. A lot of them are conditioned to stay inside. It's not because they really wanted to, but they didn't have the opportunity to get out and play with other kids. When a kid is in the house 24 hours a day because the parent work in the house, then what you expect?
right.
Well, it's also you got to look at the times too. When we were growing up, we could be outside and it was kind of safe. Now
Yeah.
it's only safe if you got a big yard and some dogs out there to protect the kids.
Yeah.
And then it's really nowhere, if you want to be serious about it, there's nowhere for the kids to get out and play and romp like we used to, because it's 1,000 cars on the road, where we used to play stickball in the street, and didn't have to worry about a car. You see a car coming for a mile away and you holler car, everybody get out of the road.
That's it.
But now, and you can't even cross the street unless there's a car passing. There's so many
Yeah.
cars.
And they
And there
don't
are so
slow
many
down. They
houses.
look like they try to speed up and make you target practice.
That's right. And there are so many houses that you don't have these big open fields like we used to have when we was kids. There was places that you could run and play in the woods, or play Tarzan or whatever you want to play, you know. But there's not that acreage anymore. If there is some acreage, then somebody is building on it. Hey, Francesca,
Yeah.
somebody is definitely building on it.
Tearing down the
Yeah.
trees and
But
putting up a house.
Yeah. And
yes,
and and then they turn around after cutting down all these trees, for making all these new housing projects or assisted living places, and then they say, "Oh, there's no global warming. You just you just cut down 5,000 trees, which means you change the soil, the direction of the wind, the direction of the snow if you're in the north. You have
the
changed
heat.
a whole lot of the environment at this point in time, but yet and still you want to blame the government. No, the government didn't cut down that one tree. That's
Mhm.
man building, developers and what have you. So
And greedy
everybody
folk.
wants to point the finger, but nobody wants to take the blame. But then in effect, you have flash flooding in neighborhoods or people's basements being flooded now that never been flooded before because you didn't change the water table because the roots of the trees was holding the soil in, compacted so that it would reroute that water and stuff. They don't seem to understand the underlying issues they create when they do all of this. And then I think at some point they don't care because it boils down to them Benjamins, you know.
That's it.
Well,
So yeah,
Jimmy said it best. Greed is killing the country.
Yes.
yeah.
Greed is definitely taking over. Francesca, I hope I didn't miss you. I think I spoke to Francesca. Yeah.
Hey,
Francesca.
Francesca. The rich want to get richer and they ain't doing nothing but saving it.
Yeah, well, they can't take it with them, that's for sure.
Hey, Nikki.
Hey,
Nick.
Nikki.
Well, they say you can't take it with you, but they sure trying to spin it while they still here. Hmm.
Yeah, I know you're
Yes.
right. They're getting it ready for
Spending and
somebody
trying to
else.
get some more of it.
Okay, the thing about it is, are you teaching as you grow? I want to ask the chat, are you teaching as you grow? Are you showing
Yeah.
someone else? Are you showing someone else? Hey, David,
Are
the
you showing
cropper is
those
in the
on? Are you showing those on YouTube? Are you showing your children, your grandchildren, or your neighbor? Are you showing?
right, right,
Hey,
right.
David.
Well, what's up, David? My grandkids gonna be here Friday, and we gonna learn how to pick blueberries. I picked the
That's
bucket
good.
by myself. Now they gonna pick up some.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great, Jed, because my children are grown. I got grandkids, and I do what I can to teach my grown children and my grandchildren to show them that what stuff really comes from and how hard things are and what they need to be trying to do. Definitely need to be trying to do it. Okay, we got about 4 more minutes here, people. And we're going to do this giveaway on this trivia. Now, let me tell you how we got to answer this thing. We got to answer it just like they do on Jeopardy. You got to answer it in a question. Who is blank? What is blank? Or when is blank? Okay? It's got to be in a question. If you don't answer it in a question, then it's no good. But I gave you all the hints, and I'm not getting them again tonight. So I'm looking for that one word. And
Start
you
it
can
in the chat.
start now. If you all remember the hints that I gave you, so we're gonna do the trivia now, people. If it's a good guess, Miss Norris, but that's not it. No, ma'am. No, sir. If you remember, I gave you all a letter. And I told you that that was my favorite letter. Here I'm getting the hint again. And I said I wasn't gonna give another hint. No. And remember, people, that I told you all that my mom was a Sunday school teacher. I like that too. My boss. And you guys gonna really be shocked when you find out what it is because it's real easy. At least I thought it was. Miss Lawrence, I'm gonna do this because you said you missed it. But I said in one of the clues that the letter M was my favorite letter. So now you got to tell me what the M stood for. That's pretty good, yeah, but that ain't right. No, not quite, honey. No, Miss Norris, no. Okay, well, it's time for me to get out of here because I got to get out of Miss T. Nard's way. And all of you all did not get any of the answer, but we're going to think about it and we'll be on Sunday night,
Y'all have a
10
good
o'clock with
night.
the OGs. And as I always say, I love you guys, and there ain't nothing you can do about it
But love
but
you
love us
back.
back. Good night, y'all.
You
Did it
still
stop?
on? No, he's still on.